Find that synth in Colorado Springs yet? Oh, no muss, no fuss. How about that? All right then. Here's the cash, as promised. Now, one more thing. I was kinda afraid you'd be as pussy as the AZ Rangers, but it looks like you're serious. So I've got another proposal for you. We need a base of operations for our synth hunt, and it looks like you've got plenty of space. What do you say? Can we set up shop here? Ranger squad I ran with in AZ was a chicken outfit. Failed to utilize me properly. Paid the price for it. But you did okay here, so I'm giving you a chance. Great. We'll find a corner and keep out of the way. And just to make the deal sweeter, how'd you like to pick up a few more bounties? Like I told you, synths communicate with each other long distance. That means when I hack October 11's head, I'll be able to find its friends. Unfortunately, we're still on the trail of a pack of eastbound synths right now, so we can't stop and hunt for these. But it's gotta be done, so I'll pay you to do it. Cash for each head. You want the job? Great. Now, let me just crack this egg. You see that light in the center? That's our current location. Actually, October 11's head. Those other lights around the middle one? Those are the other synths. Lot of interference. Maybe near a radio tower. Maybe two. Lots of other smaller EM signals, too. Probably got a whole bunch of robots around to protect it. There's some wobble in the location signal, which means it's bouncing off the mountains from the foothills. That flickering means there's interference, so it's probably underground. Maybe it's coming from some kind of bunker or mine. Or maybe a nuclear silo inside a dormant volcano. Like some kind of supervillain. Signal's imprecise, bouncing around. Maybe in the mountains. Great. The sooner you end them, the sooner you get paid.
I can't believe you came. Those goddamn marshals never come. They think I'm a pest. I'm vigilant, is what I am. V-I-G-I-L-A-N-T.
Oh, come on, Rosie. I always came when you called, didn't I?
You're with the Rangers now, Quan? Well, you were one of the better ones. I'm glad you're out of that marshal racket. Guy in room 3, Irv. He's not supposed to have anybody else living there, but I hear voices in there all the time. They're always banging on stuff, and I can smell burning and bleach and I don't know what else. Make him stop it or throw him out. Either one is fine with me. He just says there's nothing going on and there's no one in there but him. Lying to my face like I don't know shit from diamonds. How dare he? Apartment room 3, end of the long hallway. The door's on the right. I know he's up to something. I just know it.
Okay, Rosie. We got it.
All right, marshals, listen up. If you won't take my noise complaint seriously and do your damn job, then I guess I'll just have to do it for you. There's been strange noises coming out of apartment 3 all week. People yelling and stomping around at all hours. Strange mechanical sounds. He could be making bombs for all I know. You say you need evidence? Well, Irv just left, so I'm going inside and documenting everything I find. Who's there? Oh, it's Rosie Bong, the landlady. I was just checking to make sure you were okay.
Fuck off.
to break encryption. Need space demons intercepted. Display rendered object and assigned to translation vectors. Redundant variable detection grid populated by live stream data. Alert. Do not delete local references to object. If memory allocation is null, then unhandled exception occurs. Add doxy-compatible comments to the affected keys visitor.
The greatest mind of a generation, thrown down the Gazaman flats. God, the greatest mind of a generation, thrown down the Gazaman. These Molides do not compute. Do you know where you are going to? Can you see me? Mind of a generation, thrown down the Gazaman flats. of the hippopotamus is 3 times the length of its eye. Going to? Do you like the things that wife is showing you? Do you like the things that wife is showing you? Thank you so much. You have been the most gracious of hosts. So much. You have been the most gracious of hosts.
Come on, guys. Let's get it in gear.
Sacramento, California. Home again, juggity juggity jug. That's my name. Why don't you tell me my name?
So, what'd you find in apartment 3? Was he making bombs like I said? Weirder how? Yeah, you were right. That's weirder than making bombs. Can I at least go in and clean up? Oh, his security deposit's not gonna cover the repairs, is it? If he wasn't in his apartment, then he's probably at the bookshop in Market Square. Look for a skinny guy, always wearing a lab coat. Let me know what happens.
Maybe I'll join the Marshals. I do like
Hi. Do you have any books on cloning? I guess. Who are you? I'm Irv. What do you want? Oh no! Did you kill them? Oh, poor clones. They never really acted right. I screwed up the formula somehow. Please don't tell the marshals, but I'm one of his clones. Unfortunately, I'm 4th generation, at least. So, I'm not as smart as the original. Smart enough to use Dr. Finster's notes to get the cloning machine working again, but not smart enough to make good quality clones. I can't even make one as good as myself, and I'm not that good. Bits of me don't work very well at all. Oh, Dr. Finster was a genius. He's the only person in the world to have mastered the cloning of humans. He may have become a little paranoid at the end, but that doesn't lessen any of the good he gave to the world. Until he decided all humans had to die. He was a real humanitarian. The original? No, not anymore, but I guess, in a way, as long as I'm alive, he is too, because I'm him, aren't I? I'm him, but not the part of him that wanted to wipe out the entire human race, right? Yeah? I wasn't suggesting, no. You know the whole nature versus nurture debate? How some things are genetic and some things you learn? Well, that killing everybody part of him, that was nurture. He wasn't born that way, and neither am I swear. You believe me, don't you? Oh, thank God. So, you're not gonna arrest me. You're gonna let me be a real scientist? This is the best! I'm so grateful! I'll do good work for you, I promise. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the freshly reopened Taiwan Jones's Emporium! We have everything you need, just for the asking and, well, the paying. Well done scuttling those damn Dorseys in the gardens, chums. So, what are you looking for? Sardinely.
Any word on the loony in number 3 yet, Rangers? About time. Gonna take me a week to clean up that mess. What was his deal, anyway? Ah, that's kinda sad. What did you do with him? Well, how about that? I'm glad to hear it. Never wished the poor man ill, just didn't want him here. Thank you, Rangers. Here's a little something for taking care of the problem and tying it up in a pretty bow. So long. Oh, my sciatica.
Be seeing you, Rosie.
until further notice. City dump.
By order of the Patriarch, only authorized personnel are to pass this gate.
My uncle, Gideon Reyes, wants to speak to the Rangers.
Oh, of course, Miss Wesson. Open it up, fellas!
Too soon to be back.
Foul weather we're having. Just like always.
I wish they'd get a younger preacher to come and give sermons.
You just want eye candy.
Guilty.
Oh, thank God! You're the Westerners, aren't you? The Rangers? My husband, my Hardy, was in Aspen when Vic Buchanan raided the town. Vic took him hostage, but there's been no word for weeks. I know it's frightful wicked to hope for the safety of one soul over many, but I beg you, find him. Save him if you can.
No need to beg, Mrs. Knox. We have business of our own with Vic Buchanan. If your husband's alive, we'll find him.
I didn't see you there, Lucia. You're a good girl. Always have been. I'm dreadful sorry for your loss. We have money, Rangers. Even though we don't live fancy like some families do, if you bring my Hardy home safe, we'll donate all we can to your cause. He's a little on the portly side, always well-dressed, but he likes playing cowboy out on the ranch. Kindest man in the 100 families. That's why I married him. Let me see who... Allie Blue? Aunt Allie? My goodness, of course! I'd love to read this. Blue is my maiden name. Back in the old days, the Blues and the Knoxes hated each other. Old Aunt Allie almost shot me when I told her I was gonna marry Hardy. Always wanted to know what things were like when she was young. Oh, thank you, Rangers. Let me give you something for this. I know you will. Thank you, Rangers.
Ah, you're the Rangers, yes? I'm most pleased to see you. I'm Gideon Reyes.
Uncle Gideon, you heard about my family?
I did, Sabrina, and I'm so sorry. You know you always have a place in my house, for as long as you need.
I know, and I am grateful. But I have a place with these Rangers now. We mean to see justice done for my family.
Is that so, Rangers? She was always an impressive girl. My sister would be proud of her. Now, I expect you're here about my call. There is a situation in Colorado Springs that requires a delicate touch. But first, you need to know the truth about this city. Colorado Springs isn't as prosperous as it pretends. We can barely feed our existing population, and now smugglers are bringing refugees into the city every day. If we had enough food to support them, we would welcome them. But we don't. I've asked the Patriarch to chase off these smugglers, but he says the crisis with the Dorseys and his children have left the marshals spread too thin. It seems he'd rather just have Sheriff Daisy keep putting refugees in the pillories, rather than stopping the tide at its source. It's infuriating. And that is why I've called you. You're right, Rangers. I am suggesting you to treat the symptom rather than the cause. But that is because the symptom is about to overwhelm us. And the cause, well, it is very difficult to change the Patriarch's mind. And if it can't be done, the alternative would be changing the regime. Which, even for those who have wanted it most, has seemed impossible. Thus, we must address things that are possible, like discouraging smugglers from bringing refugees to the city. Don't put words in my mouth, Rangers. I'm not suggesting anything. I'm merely stating realities. My loyalty to the Patriarch goes without saying. But let's save any talk of politics until after this refugee crisis is dealt with. Are you willing to help me or not? The plains, mostly. After the Patriarch defeated the eastern gangs, people started settling out there, thinking it was safe. Now the gangs have returned, and all the homesteaders are fleeing back to Colorado Springs. Oh, of course. And not just in money. I do a lot of business with the local Arapaho garage, and I can get them to provide you with mechanics to service your vehicle. They always have the best, and I'll pay for everything.
Nice. We could use some decent mechanics.
They will be more than decent, I assure you. Now, what do you say? Thank you. I'm told the smugglers are operating out of the Bazaar, a trader's market east of Colorado Springs. When you find them, well, do what you can. Convince them to take the refugees elsewhere. Convince them to stop entirely. Arrest them. I just want this problem to go away. Thank you for agreeing to help. You are doing Colorado Springs a great service. Goodbye, and good luck.
So they killed the Bloodsons. Shoot.
Only person who knew the combination to that safe was my mom. If you think you can guess it,
My dearest Lucia, I pray this message finds its way to you, as it is the last I am ever likely to give. Whatever becomes of us, you mustn't blame yourself. I know you would have wanted to be here at the end, but I am glad you are not. Open the door, Wilson! Time to face justice! Your mother and I love you very much, and we are so proud of the woman you have become. You are destined for great things, Miss Lucia Wesson. I regret that I shall not live to...
Oh, God! Wow. Daddy really didn't want any Dorseys to muck around with his cooking supplies.
Hey, boss.
I mean, I guess that's romantic.
Car's a lot like an old dog sometimes.
What can I do for you? Anything for your vehicle. Have a look.
And if you lose, you'll have to make lunch every day for a week.
Supply run. See how some of my experiments will hold up in the field.
That crew'd be lucky to have you.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully, nothing will go wrong.
Would you rather freeze to death or poach? You're a barrel of monkeys, huh? Come on, answer the question. All right. Burn.
You think that chicken is edible? Or will we be picking wires out of our teeth?
You know all those people I was patching up downtown? There is one man responsible for all that bloodshed. Nellius Dorsey. You want to make me happy? Find him and make him pay. What do you need, Rangers? I'll do what I can. Have a seat. Fine. Just don't get shot up out there and make more work.